Chapter 36. Circe's Wrath. Lucinda knew there was nothing she could do to save Maleficent. It was over. No spell would bring her back to life, and there was no body to resurrect. There was nothing left of the dark fairy. She looked at her sisters on the floor and decided not to wake them. She was too exhausted to deal with the inevitable theatrics bound to overtake the dreamlands when her sisters learned that the dark fairy had lost her battle with Prince Philip. The only thing that gave Lucinda comfort was the knowledge that Maleficent was finally free of torment, that in her last moments she felt happy because she had embraced who she really was. "No!" Circe screamed from one of the mirrors. Lucinda spun around frantically, searching for her daughter. "I'm right here," Circe snapped, glaring at Lucinda from the rightmost mirror. Lucinda had never seen Circe so angry and so sad. "My darling, I'm happy to see you," Lucinda said. "Maleficent's death is on your hands. That foul spell wouldn't have worked if she hadn't embraced evil. You've meddled in the lives of too many people. You've caused too much death, too much destruction. We only wanted to help her, Circe. We gave her someone to love. And you destroyed her in the process. You took everything away from her and gave it to that girl lying on the floor. Maleficent didn't start to become evil until you performed that spell to create Aurora, just as you destroyed yourselves by creating me." Lucinda shook her head. "Circe, no. You don't understand. I understand everything, Mother. And if you ever want to walk in the waking world again and see me in the flesh once more, you will wipe that girl's memory clean. You will make sure Aurora has no memory of these events, none whatsoever, and you will stop tormenting Snow White in her dreams. Do you understand?" "I do," Lucinda said soberly, taking her daughter very seriously. "Now, do you think Aurora has inherited her mother's powers?" Circe asked. Lucinda thought about Maleficent's greatest attributes. Her power was one of them. "Well, my darling daughter, you inherited our powers. I have to assume Aurora inherited her mother's as well." "I see." Circe seemed to be thinking, wondering what to do. Lucinda sighed. "This isn't how this story was supposed to end. It's exactly how it was meant to end. It's the only way it could have ended from the moment you and your sisters came crashing into Maleficent's life. You destroy everything you touch, your vile torrents of destruction ruining everything in your wake." Lucinda was speechless. She just stood there, letting her daughter's words flow over her like a deluge of grief. "Will we ever see you again?" Circe looked at her mother. "If you do what I've asked of you, I will consider it. If you don't, then no, you will never see me again." "I will do what you have asked, but you have to do the spell that binds Aurora's powers. I'm not strong enough, not from here. Do it soon. The prince is on his way to the castle. He's about to wake the sleeping princess with his kiss. Look in the book of fairy tales and see the mirror you're meant to use to complete the spell. You will find the mirror in my room." Circe wanted to ask her mother many questions. She wanted to know how her mother knew that part of the story would be in the book of fairy tales. She wanted to know if the dreaded three had spellbound the book. She wanted to know what had happened to Ruby and Martha. But there wasn't time. She needed to bind the princess's powers. Circe would do this last thing for Maleficent. She would make sure Maleficent hadn't died in vain. Lucinda motioned for her to leave. "Go, daughter, now! I will take care of things here. You go and do your magic."